Yo, what is happening, Cucumber Squad, and welcome back to the Fables Fear. I've got another Forestella for you. I told you, once I get intrigued by a particular artist or by a particular group of artists, I go through their entire discography. And I really have been finding Forestella unbelievably impressive. I love these kind of performances. So the next one we're going to do is Bad Romance. This has been requested, and also it's a fairly new one that they're doing. I'm not entirely sure if this is a Lady Gaga song. It sounds like it's a Lady Gaga song. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'll tell you during the reaction. Let's just see if it is the one I'm thinking of. So it's Forestella, Bad Romance. Let's see what we've got. Let's go. I like the stage set. This is very theatrical. Hey.
I warn you ugly, I warn you disease, I warn you everything as long as it's free.
This dude's voice, man. I want this man to narrate my life. I want this man's voice to narrate my entire life. Phil is about to make coffee today. Wait, that's actually not loud enough. Phil is about, but still doesn't sound like it. Okay, don't worry about it, right? Let me just get something out the way before we even get started. This song, I cannot stand this song, all right? Not because it's a bad song or anything. It's not really my type of genre. But because the radio, when Lady Gaga dropped this song, the radio absolutely murdered this. They played it ad nauseum to the point that you actually felt like you were in a mental asylum. They destroyed this. They would play this like 50 times a day, right? So this song for me has just been, it's been cast to the relics of music annoyance, right? But it kind of feels like Forestella might just revive it for me. It kind of feels like they might just revive it for me.
I warn you ugly, I warn you disease, I warn you everything as long as it's free. I warn you love.
Hey!
Love, 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 I warn you love.
This guy, I love his voice, man. His voice is amazing.
I want you to tremble, you touch of your hand. I want to let us start this kissing the sing.
I want your love.
Hey.
Love, 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 I want your love.
I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance.
The instrumentation in the background, that suspenseful instrumentation, that powerful instrumentation, adds a whole new dynamic to the song. A complete, you see, again, I have to say, when you take an artist's song and you make it your own and you get risky with it, then you can put out something like this. This is like, this theatrical aspect to this is amazing. It sounds like a Broadway piece, right? They've completely transformed the song for me. I much prefer the orchestral instrumentation in the background of the song. It takes it out of the poppy realm and puts it into a realm that's a little bit more palatable for me.
You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your lovers revenge. You and me could write a bad romance.
I love the instrumentation. Hey.
Come on in a bad romance.
Hey. The stage set's incredible. Wow. Amazing. so brilliant what they're doing over here. They've literally taken this song and they've created it almost like they're trying to paint a storyline with their vocals over here, like a haunted house. So you've got the suspenseful music and then you've got a bit of that sort of like horror type sound effect. Very clever. I never thought of even transforming the song into something like that, but it fits and it suits it so well. It really does.
I want you home, I want you desire. Cause you a criminal as long as you're mine. I want you love.
Hey.
Love, love, love. I want you love.
I want you psycho, you're burning Christine. When you in my rear window, baby, you see. I want your love.
Man, I don't know what's his name. I have to learn all of their names, right? Somebody let me know down in the comment section, like, what is this man's name? This man's voice is insane. It's insane. I love that kind of voice. I think that voice is such a powerful voice. Seriously, like he needs to be narrating stuff. Right? But the one thing I've noticed that they do is they actually play a lot off his voice. They make his voice as like the basis, like the foundation for a lot of what they do. And then they layer the more angelic voices. They layer the softer voices on top of that. And that's why it works so well. Right? Because his voice is very prominent. It comes through easily. Right? And when he's the basis for it and then they layer everything on top of that, you get those amazing harmonies. So you can actually see how it all really fits pretty well together.
You in my rear window, baby, you see. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love.
I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance.
Hey.
I want your love and all your love's revenge. You and me could write a bad romance.
Nice.
Caught in a bad romance.
Nice.
Caught in a bad romance.
Fishing, baby. Walk, walk, fishing, baby.
Nice.
Walk, walk, fishing, baby.
Like I said, I absolutely love the instrumentation in the back end. What they've done with this song is they've taken it from a poppy, almost like light-hearted song about a relationship where it's kind of airy-fairy up in the air, and they've actually turned the song a bit darker, right? So the same lines as like, I want to be in a bad romance, in that type of thing is, you know, when Lady Gaga sings it, it's just like, nah, it's just airy-fairy. Over here, what they've done, which is a very clever concept, is they've actually turned it dark. I want to be in a bad romance, and it's almost like haunted house. It's almost like a dark character that wants to draw you in, right? To the dark side, to the evil side of love. I think that's very clever, very theatrical, very sort of Broadway stage type concept. And the instrumentation really suits that very, very, very well. I like the fact that they flipped this into a bit of a darker side because it suits it being on the darker side. And then they created, they've kind of creating these characters which almost feel mystical. Like if you had to think of them as like Beauty and the Beast, right? Where it kind of takes it and it makes it a bit darker, where it's like this beast in this haunted house wants this romance, but he sees romance in a certain way, and it's like this darker aspect. So come into this world, right? But yet the underlying meaning from it is just, you know, everybody wants love, even the ones who feel that they are the evil ones, or the ones that are perceived as the evil ones, you know, just want love, right? It's just how it's perceived. It's perceived as dark. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm stretching too much with that, but I just feel that's the kind of feel I get from this performance. They've taken a poppy mainstream radio song that they've absolutely murdered, and they've turned it theatrical in a really, really, really nice way.
I want your love. love and I want your revenge.
Guy's voice, though.
I want your
I'll never get over it.
Je vais ton amour et je vais ta revanche.
Hey, and he's speaking French. Oh my god. How many women are gonna fall all over themselves just hearing that? Just with that voice speaking French. Je m'adore, echte vluchtig Frans. Mine sounded a little German. But you know what I'm talking about.
Ta revanche, je vais ton amour.
Caught in a bad romance. Caught in a bad romance. What should be romance? I want your love and I want your revenge.
So entertaining.
Caught in a bad romance.
She's about to die.
Love and all your love is revenge. You and me.
Wow.
Bad romance. Caught in a bad romance.
God, those drums in the back end of that, like it's adding, it's escalating so much. It feels like you're on a roller coaster. They're trying to build up that emotion. It's absolutely insane. They have completely revived this song for me. Completely. I actually think that Lady Gaga's... Actually, this doesn't belong to Lady Gaga anymore. This belongs to Forestella for me. Right? It doesn't belong to Lady Gaga anymore. Forestella's gotten their hands on it. They now own this song. I actually think they've done a much better job of it. I think the concept that they've chosen is far better. It suits the song better. It's meant to feel suspenseful. It meant to feel dark. I actually think they actually nailed it over here. They nailed. This is one hell of a performance and one hell of a instrumental conceptualization on this as well. Crushed it. They crushed it. That performance was the best performance. All of their performances was fantastic, but this was my favorite. This was my favorite. They really took this song. They took this song and they didn't keep it in the same vein. They took it out of that mainstream sort of box, and they didn't pigeonhole it. They literally said, we're going to take this straight out into left field and we're going to try and do something completely different with it. And that is what happens when artists take risks. When artists take risks, they come out with creative geniuses. I'm not entirely sure if Gaga ever did something like this, right? It might be. I don't know if she did. I don't follow Gaga, right? But this is the best version of the song. Lady Gaga's version for me is absolutely dead. Forestella owns it now. Anyway, I love you all. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.